Hey, Andy Martinez Jr. here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button down below here on my YouTube channel. I am up to 4 subscribers. 4 subscribers. One of them is my fiance Rebecca, so 4. I appreciate her support. What am I going to talk about today? I'm going to answer a couple questions that I got over the last few days since I started posting on YouTube and IGTV. I'm going to talk a little bit about what my suggestions are in terms of how to be a new realtor and start marketing, and especially when your budget is a little limited. But first, I want to answer a couple of the questions that came in. My favorite question, and I'm going to take this question as a compliment. The question is, how long does it take me to get ready, or do I just wake up looking like that? Well, thank you for that. How long does it take me to get ready? I don't know, about 5 minutes. I wake up, brush my teeth, shave if I have to shave, moisturize a little bit, and then I run my fingers through my hair and I use some, product. Run my fingers through it a few times. I'm out the door. So I hope that answers that question for you. My second question is, and this is an easy one, is that a cow behind me? And the answer is moo. Come on, that's funny. Yeah, that is, this is a little cow. And Rebecca, she had a paint night here with a couple of her girlfriends, and she painted a cow. You can't see it over there, but we have this beautiful piggy, pink piggy in our kitchen, and she likes to paint. I think she's pretty good at it. It puts me in a good mood. So yeah, that is a cow, and paint night with the girls here. So if you want to get invited to paint night, hit her up at RVNFIT or at RVNFit. Yeah, they kind of, I think, sit around. I'm not usually at the house when that's going on, but they sit around, and apparently it's very relaxing and zen, and they drink a little bit of wine and some snacks and paint. So yes, there's the answer to your question. It is a cow. Anyway, back to the original purpose I turned on the camera today. Did I say it already? Hit the subscribe button. That's important for me, and I'll continue to make these videos. My shirts, they're going all over the place. They just went out to Seattle. I got some going to South Florida. Got some going to Vegas. All of my clients, I'm not wearing one right now, but all of my clients get a t-shirt. So, marketing. I guess you would call what I still continue to do, and what I find that works the best for me in general, is what you would find in any of the guerrilla marketing books. I didn't realize how much guerrilla marketing I actually did, and that there was a whole series of books on it. But I started doing what I know. And the other day, if you watched my video, I talked a little bit about my old man, Andy Martinez Sr. Shout out to Dad. And when my dad was about 26 or 27 years old, he's a CPA. He might have been a little older. He went out and he started his own practice. We don't work well for other people. I certainly don't. I can't tell you how many friends have offered me jobs, employment, and I just got my own way of doing things. It's why I like my brokerage. I get to do things as autonomously as possible. No interference. I like to tell people what to do. I am one of those people that I do think that my way is better, although I'm open to listening and learning new things. But not what we're talking about here today. But my old man, when he started his business, I'm going to point this over here because my little AC vent is making me nuts. My old man, when he started his accounting practice, he didn't, really have any clients. He left a big firm where he was one of however many thousands. I think it was John Hancock. And so, you know, he went out and he started doing his thing. And a couple of things that my dad did that are brilliant because I still do them. And I really hadn't thought about them until this question came in this week, because I was really giving this some thought. But my dad, my t-shirts. My dad has his own logo with his little halo and his M, and he's very proud of it. If you're a member of his biker gang, because he does have one, their leather vests, they have his logo on the back, and now he's got wings, and it's evolved from its original form. But when I was a kid, my dad made t-shirts. He sponsored his softball team, which is a really big deal. It was an easy way for him to get his name out there. He always used high quality products, so like it wasn't like the cheap cottony shit. It was at least, you know, breathable, flexible, you know, athletic wear, and it was nice. Miami, Florida, it's hot, it's humid. And my dad is really good about taking those types of things into consideration. So the evolution of that for me has now been, I have my shirts, I made my own logo, a little bit more in your face than my father's. If you've seen the logo, if you want a shirt, hit me up. But it's my face with my sunglasses. Actually, it looks something like that. And I started passing those shirts out to all of my clients, all my friends, family members, anybody that would ask them. Lately, what's been funny is that people are now, before I was just kind of throwing them at people and say, wear my shit. Now people are asking me for it because they're starting to see it in my community, and they're like, hey, I saw so-and-so with your shirt. Can I get a shirt? Now everybody's getting a shirt. So shirts are not the cheapest to do, but what I do like about them is that they're sort of, I can see them. And I see when people are wearing them, and I know that other people are seeing them. Another good thing I like about like shirts is that you automatically connect with people. So something's, you know, ridiculous. When I was another story with my dad, when I was a kid, my father, we were in a line, I think at a movie theater, and there was somebody in the theater that my dad didn't know and happened to be wearing one of my father's shirts. And so my dad approached him and said, you know, in Spanish, where'd you get the shirt? And it was somebody had given him some clothes. This guy had recently arrived from Cuba, and you know, didn't have very much, and some of the family members put like a little care package for him, you know, some clothes and some things, and the shirt happened to be one of the things that the guy gave away. And I believe it turned out to be my dad's friend Louis Fours, who I'm sure had 100 of my dad's shirts. He was one of my dad's close buds back in the day. So the connection with the shirt really for me is like, you know, I feel like not only do I get to see it and people are seeing me all the time, but when my friends or somebody's wearing my product and they're wearing it out and about, it's really easy to be approached and say, hey, that's Andy Martinez, how do you know him? Because I like connecting people. It's one of the things that I love the most about my life. I'm a connector. I like to bring people together. The slogan of my company on the back of my shirts, it says, I've got you. I'm always asking people, what do you need? Because I've got somebody. You know, whatever it is you need, I've got somebody. And if I don't have somebody, I'll find somebody. I'm very resourceful. I like bringing people together and connecting them, especially when they have a great experience, because I only work with really good people. In terms of other marketing strategies that are a little less expensive, you got to get out in your community. I mean, I walk around my neighborhood. I take walking breaks all the time. I see my neighbors outside. They're walking their dogs. I smile, you know, I say hello. I get to talking with them. I try to, you know, especially with the ones that I see regularly, I just engage. I'm a naturally friendly guy. I like talking to people. And I'm also, you know, concerned about my community, my surroundings, and my community supports my business. So it's in my best interest to take care of my community. So I walk the streets a lot. I walked into all the small businesses that are in my neighborhood. I walked in. I said, hey, my name is Andy Martinez Jr. I'm a realtor. I live in the area. And I introduced myself to them because they have clients, and they probably have had clients that have been servicing, have been getting services there, for years. It's not the best way because you can't always, I think you always want to be in their faces, and people want to get to know you before they start referring you. So one of the things I did do is, like, there's Dr. Pilates, who ended up being one of my clients. I just started going to their classes, and I get involved with their members, and they see me there and they see me around. So now they know, hey, that's Andy, the neighborhood realtor. My dry cleaner is in my neighborhood. I walk over there. Speaking of which, I got some things I've got to pick up. But I go over there, and now I've become good friends with Survey, and I speak with the mom and the other guy whose name I don't know. But they know me, they know what I do. They're always happy to see me. And I don't know if it'll turn into a referral one day, but you never know. She could be, talking about it with somebody in the neighborhood, and all of a sudden, my friend Andy or my client. That's how things happen. So I went around and I introduced myself to as many people as I could up and down the street. And that cost no money. Another thing that I took from my dad was, and this does have a little bit of a cost to it, but I made, my dad made flyers, and as much as I hated it, my dad made me walk around different neighborhoods, putting door hangers up and talking about his business and what he specialized in, and all of that kind of stuff that you've all seen. I go out and I leave flyers all over the place, and I try to do that. And while I'm doing that, it also gives me an opportunity, since I'm just focusing on my area, to continue to meet my neighbors. Or my neighbors see me and they're like, oh, well, there's Andy out and about again, passing out some sort of flyers. Speaking of the flyers, my new flyers, what I'm doing is I'm actually partnering up with Dr. Pilates, and I'm going to, they're going to give me, like, I haven't worked out the details, but they're going to give me some sort of like an incentive coupon or package for somebody using one of these coupons that I'm going to distribute. So I'm pretty much going to do what I guess they're calling affiliate marketing. I'm going to go door to door on their behalf. I'm going to have my information and my real estate information, but on the other side, I'm going to add a little bit of value, and I'm going to give some sort of discount for people that have never been to the studio and want to go to the studio and check it out. It's good for Dr. Pilates, it's good for me, and it's something that, if they're at least interested in one or the other, they're not going to toss it right away. So that's not really a big deal. And then lastly, YouTube. For God's sakes, it's free. Instagram, it's free. Twitter, it's free. Facebook, it's free. It costs you a little bit of time, but it costs you $0. No money. I can't say this I can't say this enough. No money. The fact that you're watching this right now proves that this works. So whatever line of work you're in, whatever business you're doing, talk to your community. Talk to whoever your fans are, even if they're not like somebody, like I said, Seattle's not my market. I have people that are following me from Italy. I got a ton of people from Brazil. That happened because of an episode I did of American Horror Story. I played a cop on that. Anyways, I guess I'm a big deal up in Sao Paulo or something like that. But people from all over the world are following me and are listening to my message. One of the questions I got today came out of Nevada, so somebody out there is watching. I'm also connecting with people across the country, like-minded people. There's another guy named Steven Invest. He's got a great channel. He hit me up the other day, and now I'm following him. And I'm learning. So the best thing I think you can do, if I were to put it in order, is get on your social media and get good at this. Get in front of the camera and just ramble like I just did for the last 10, 15 minutes. Talk to your audience. This gives them an opportunity to see who you are and what you're about, and it demystifies all that weirdness, when you're starting to get to know somebody. I'm a big fan of shirts. I'm a big fan of caps. I got those too. I try to be involved in my community, walk around the neighborhood, introduce yourself to people. Do not be shy. Everybody needs to know what you're doing. It's the only way people are going to do business with you, because if they don't know what you do for a living, how are they going to know what, to approach you to do business? Anyway, hit the subscribe button. Those are my 2 cents. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know. Send me some comments and DMs. Adios.